Hey, I'm Anthony. I'm a creative pro at Apple Carnegie Library, and this is Creative Projects. Today, we'll be drawing ourselves as Peanuts characters in Pages. Now, I'm really excited about this because I've been a fan of Peanuts for a long time. We'll be talking with Mark and Krista from the Snoopy Show on Apple TV Plus to break down the process into these 4 easy steps. We'll start with basic shapes. Then, we'll create emotions with simple lines. We'll add our signature look, and then we'll get extra with colors. Something I've always wondered about is why the Peanuts characters look the way they do. To find out, I'll be talking to Mark Avestaff, who is the showrunner of The Snoopy Show. Let's go ahead and give her a call.
Hey, Anthony, how's it going?
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Can you tell us a little bit more about The Snoopy Show?
The Snoopy Show follows our world-famous Beagle as he goes on adventures through the neighborhood and through his imagination. From a storytelling perspective, you have these little kids with these big problems. And that also translates into design where they have these huge heads and these tiny shoulders, and it's almost like they're carrying the weight of the world around with them. The design has such a timeless quality to it. Well, why don't we bring Krista Porter, and she's going to be able to show us how to go from this to this.
Now, I'm really excited to connect with Krista because as a storyboard artist, essentially, her job is to draw the blueprint for the animators. Hey, Krista, how are you? Nice to meet you.
How's it going? I love drawing these characters, and I think the fact that we're going to be able to draw ourselves in this style is going to be really exciting. Let me roll up my sleeves.
Now, I use Pages all the time for documents, but it's actually a great drawing app as well. For today, you'll need an iPad with the Pages app installed and an Apple Pencil. Don't have either? Well, that's no big deal. As long as you have Pages installed on your iPhone, you can use that instead. Just use your finger to draw. Make sure you check the description for links to the Apple support articles on how to draw in Pages. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. I got my iPad here and I'm ready to go.
The very first thing I like to start off with is basic shapes. It's from those basic shapes that we can then later on add some details and start to really bring everything to life.
And the cool thing about this is we can both collaborate on the same document at the same time right here in Pages. So no matter where you are, you can see my drawings. No matter where I am, I can see your drawings. Does that sound fun to do?
That sounds amazing. I'm super excited. And I think what I'm going to use for this drawing today is I'm going to use a crayon tool because I do like how the texture kind of reminds me of Schultz's work in the strips. All right, so first of all, I'm just going to start off with drawing the top of my head right here. Do another curve right underneath it. And your ear shape is going to be very similar to that of about half an oval, kind of a C if you want to think of it that way.
Okay.
Now for the cheek portion of the face, you can either close it all the way down, so maybe something like this, but there's another style in Peanuts. Bring in this line a little bit, kind of like an eyebrow ridge, bring it around for the cheek. Now when we think of the body, they're very triangular shaped, eh? And because you know that shape, you can go back and put it into your drawing. So in the middle of the body here, just go ahead and draw a line coming straight down, just like that.
Almost looks like a popsicle.
A little.
Now I'm hungry.
So now let's go ahead and draw our feet. So from that middle line, let's just bring this really long, kind of like squashed C shape. See, I really like the way that you're drawing the feet, Anthony, because it reminds me of baguettes, which I happen to love.
So now my grocery list includes popsicles and baguettes. Let's see where else this goes.
I'm getting kind of hungry. So for the hand here, in the Peanuts universe, it's very common to see the characters' fingers drawn all kind of different sizes. So you don't really need to sit down and worry about getting them all perfect. It's just whatever you want them to be.
So if you need more character inspiration, make sure you check out our drawing references linked in the description. In it, you'll find more shapes and expressions, plus some extras just for fun. So can you tell us what makes the expressions of Peanuts characters so unique and interesting?
Absolutely. I think what it is about their expressions is just how simple they are. Where if we kind of look back to only drawing what's necessary, we don't need to focus on every detail in the face. So what we're going to do, we're just going to start off with the eyes and the nose. So go ahead and just draw a nice little dot shape for your eye. And right beside that, we're going to draw a small little C shape. Very similar to the ear, but just a little bit smaller. Perfect. Now, Anthony, when it comes to expressions, because we really want these characters to be us, what is a mood or expression that you feel best defines who you are?
So I smile 99% of the time. That other 1% is probably when I'm asleep. Now, I don't know what my expression looks like when I'm sleeping, but I'm pretty sure it's a smile because my dreams are kind of cool and a little crazy.
I'm also very smiley and I do laugh a lot. So I think we can draw very similar expressions. Now we have to think that we're only really drawing what's necessary. So for your eyebrows, I want you to draw them a little bit higher up than they would normally sit. Now let's go ahead and give ourselves a nice big smile. We can actually start by drawing a nice little dot on one side, draw another dot on the other side, and now go ahead and connect those lines with a nice curve. Ooh, okay, don't erase it. Don't erase it. I love it. So Anthony, I'm trying to think. If you were to describe yourself visually, what are some key points that you would kind of point out?
It would probably be my green hoodie. That's what I wear most of the time. And then also my hair, for sure.
I like that you're showing that the back of the hood is actually draping over the shoulder. I think that's a really nice touch. Now, one last thing I think we can add before we get into the fun of coloring, we just need to draw our hair.
I think I'm going to use some big circle shapes to represent my hair. We'll see how that looks.
I think using kind of the reference from Schultz himself, I'm gonna borrow the bangs that he's used for Peppermint Patty, and then I actually have to erase a bit more of my head at the top here because I have a hat.
Nice. Now there's so many different styles of shoes and ways to customize shoes. I think I like how on the Peanuts characters they have little scribbles on their laces that almost look like spaghetti, so I'm gonna copy that and use that. So if we tap on the little rainbow icon with all the colors in there, that's going to give us a lot more options to choose from for color. So I'm going to look for a green that matches my hoodie. The thing I really like about the fill tool is being able to just tap on the closed shape to fill it in with color. I can also draw around that shape and the color will fill in automatically.
I really like that. Kind of in a way reminds me of how the strips were printed off in the newspaper, where sometimes things weren't always perfectly aligned. So I think it's a really nice look that I'm gonna use.
Right, and the cool thing about this is now that we know how to draw ourselves as Peanuts characters, we can make different versions of ourselves. I think I want to dye my hair purple, so I'm gonna try with this character and then we'll see what happens with that. Okay, that looks really good. I think I'm gonna try that in real life. But what is real life? Let's talk about it. All right, Krista, so I feel like we have two really fun characters. And before this, I didn't know how to translate myself into this style. But now that I know how to do this, I'm gonna draw my mom, my dad, my brothers, and all my friends as Peanuts characters.
Of course, Anthony, I have to say, your drawing is absolutely perfect. I feel like your drawing just came out of one of Schultz's strips. Thank you so much for drawing with me.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Okay, now for those of you watching, let me show you how to share what you've done because I really want to see it. Once I tap done, I'm going to tap again on my drawing and hit share. It'll bring up a window and it will show whether I can share with somebody near me using AirDrop, or I can send a message or even an email. And that's how you draw yourself as a Peanuts character in Pages. I learned so much from Krista. I hope you all learned something new as well. Let's go over what we did today. In the first step, I learned that every Peanuts character is made up of a few simple shapes like semicircles and rectangles. Next, no matter which expression we chose, I learned that Schultz designed his characters to only feature the necessary lines. Then I learned that personalizing your character is as easy as adding a few distinctive things like hair, clothing, and accessories. Lastly, we experimented a little bit with color and we got a little crazy by coloring our clothes, even trying out some different things that we might not usually do. Thank you all so much for watching, creating, and trying something new with me. We'll be adding more episodes regularly, so if you like what you saw, be sure to like and subscribe, and maybe even share this video with a friend. And as always, keep an eye out for Today at Apple sessions in Apple stores too. Our sessions are here to help you learn how to be more creative with your devices, whether that's taking photos, making a video, or writing a line of code. For more from Today at Apple, be sure to like and subscribe.
And share your Peanuts characters with us using the hashtag #TodayAtApple.
And for more Peanuts, check out the new series, The Snoopy Show on Apple TV+.